Hey boys and girls, welcome to August Kids Month. I'm Miss Fredolyn and I'm so excited to have you here. We have great lessons throughout the month and I have a couple of new guests. Let's see who they are. Hey, how are you? It's Lion and Ducky. I'm so excited to have our friends here because it's a special month and we want to celebrate you. They're actually going to help us throughout the lessons in August. So what are we going to do next, Mr. Lion?
It's so important for us to dig deep and search for wisdom. And remember, we aren't in it alone. We can turn to God whenever we need help. That's what we find in our memory verse for this month in James 1:5. If any of you needs wisdom, you should ask God for it. He will give it to you. God gives freely to everyone and doesn't find fault. James 1:5. Let's learn this song that reminds us that God is all we need.
We get a dance to worship now?
Whenever I need some answers, God, I turn to you. You are my help when I need wisdom. You always see me through. To know that you're chasing after me, it makes me wanna run to where you are. God, you make this journey worth it. I give you all my heart. When I don't know what to do, you help me figure it out. God, I run to you. When I need a solution, I have no doubt that I will run to you. I run to you. I run to you. I run to you. I run to you. Wherever there is freedom, I know that's where you'll be. You make me wanna do what's right and be the best version of me. To know that you're chasing after me, it makes me wanna run to where you are. God, you make this journey worth it. I give you all my heart. When I don't know what to do, you help me figure it out. God, I run to you. When I need a solution, I have no doubt that I will run to you. I 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 don't wanna stop living for you, for you. I don't wanna stop running to you, God. I don't wanna stop living for you, for you. I don't wanna stop running to you, God. You're all I need, my source for everything. When I don't know what to do, you help me figure it out. I run to you. When I need a solution, I have no doubt that I will run to you. When I don't know what to do, you help me figure it out. God, I run to you. When I need a solution, I have no doubt that
Now that we're done with worship, did you guys get all those sweaties out of the way? Guess what? We get to jump into the story and how to truly find wisdom in the story with Mary and Joseph.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Luke, chapter 2, verses 41 through 52.
When God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to earth, angels shouted the good news.
Fear not, I bring you good news of great joy.
Shepherds and wise men journeyed to visit Jesus, and later, Mary and Joseph hurried to Egypt with their young son to keep him safe from King Herod. But Jesus wasn't always a baby or a young child. We don't know much about his early years, but he had to learn to walk and talk just like every other child.
Mama.
He probably learned from Joseph how to hammer nails and smooth pieces of wood for tables and wheels. We do know one very important story from the time Jesus was a boy. One of Jesus' followers, Luke, wrote it down many years later. He begins, every year Jesus' parents went to Jerusalem for the Passover feast. And when Jesus was 12 years old, they went up to the feast as usual.
Lentils, water skins, extra sandal straps. Jesus, run and tell your father we're packed and ready to leave.
Yes, Mother.
The trip from their home in Nazareth to Jerusalem took several days. Friends and family traveled together. Jesus likely spent the day with his cousins and friends, finding his parents at dinner time.
I brought sticks for the fire.
I'll start this stew.
We should reach Jerusalem by noon tomorrow.
We don't know what Jesus thought or felt when he saw the city of Jerusalem perched on the rocky hillside ahead. Years later, he would enter the city to the shouts of cheering crowds. But for now, Jesus was just a boy celebrating Passover with his family.
You remember where your cousins live, right?
We're staying with them again.
I can find it.
All week, families celebrated with relatives. Together, they enjoyed the Passover feast.
You, O Lord our God, have given us festival days for joy, in remembrance of the departure from Egypt. Blessed are you, O Lord our God.
When the feast was over, Mary and Joseph packed and began their trip home along the crowded roads. At the end of the day, they stopped to set up camp.
Jesus, can you start the cooking fire? Jesus?
I thought I saw him with... No, that was before we left the city.
Mary and Joseph searched through the nearby families, settling down for the evening.
Have you seen Jesus?
Not since he gave me the last potato pancake yesterday evening.
No one's seen him.
Since Jerusalem.
We left him in the city.
Frantic, Mary and Joseph hurried back to Jerusalem to search for their missing son. They immediately checked the home where they had been staying.
Very sorry, but I haven't seen him.
Mary and Joseph crisscrossed the entire city.
He loved the honey cakes from that bakery. Excuse me, have you seen a 12-year-old boy about this tall?
Dark brown robe.
Hair kind of sticks out over his ears.
Yes, like that.
Sorry, haven't seen him.
They may have checked the swimming hole or the stables, but Jesus was nowhere to be found. So Mary and Joseph paced the streets at wit's end.
He's just never gone off like this.
I don't think he's here. We've searched the whole city.
Everywhere except...
As Mary and Joseph turned the corner, high white walls rose ahead of them.
The temple! We'll check the courtyard.
Just in case.
The courtyard was filled with visitors still in the city for Passover. As they circled the open space, Mary froze.
Joseph, there!
Just ahead, they saw their son. Jesus was sitting with a group of teachers, listening and asking questions.
Teacher, isn't it always right to be kind, even if it means giving money to a beggar on the Sabbath?
The teachers nodded in agreement and amazement, but Mary and Joseph rushed forward.
Jesus!
Son, why have you treated us like this?
Grabbing her boy, Mary hugged Jesus so hard she nearly squeezed the air out of him.
Your father and I have been worried about you. We've been looking for you everywhere.
Why were you looking for me? Didn't you know I had to be in my Father's house?
All I know is No more stunts like this, okay?
Jesus returned to Nazareth with his parents, obeying everything they asked of him. As he grew wiser and stronger. He also became more and more pleasing to God and to others.
Wasn't that a great story, boys and girls? Now that we got some wisdom, I want to go a little bit more in depth and ask Ducky what he thinks about wisdom.
I think wisdom helps me to make right choices, and it also helps me to know right from wrong, and it helps me make awesome friends.
That's a very great point. Mr. Lion, who can we get wisdom from?
We can get wisdom from leaders in our church, from the adults that we see around church and have a relationship with. We can get wisdom from people in our home, the people who we live with, our moms and dads, grandmas, grandpas, uncles, cousins, friends, because they know us the best. And the most important one is we can get wisdom from God with our Bible or praying.
That's a magnificent point. Now, boys and girls, you know where to get your wisdom from. We'll see you next week. Bye!